Lewis Reese-Zammit brilliance helped Gloucester send away the brave Newcastle Falcon. Lewis Reese-Zammit brought this slow-burning and hitherto humdrum affair to glorious life in the 61st minute when he caught the ball 15 meters from his own line, sidestepped his way past any number of Newcastle players, then hit the afterburners as he crossed halfway to scorch away for a superb solo try. The Welsh wing had only been on the pitch a few minutes at that point, and we were certainly grateful for his arrival. Up to that point this had been a contest bereft of inspiration and largely shaped by error. That one moment of LRZ magic blasted it out of the doldrum. It hardly helped that the kickoff had been put back 4 hours due to the effects of Storm Malik, and although the wind had dropped by the time the match finally got underway, the temperature had plummeted too. Not that the two teams seemed to notice, for they set about their early business as if they were warming up for a spot of sun-kissed sevens on the beach. Granted, some execrable defense contributed to the flurry, but there was no faulting the ambition of the sides as they put 3 tries on the board in the opening 12 minutes. The first, in the 7th minute, fell to Gloucester prop Val Rapava Ruskin, who barreled over from a yard out, with Newcastle right winger Adam Radwan and his Gloucester opposite number Santiago Carreras exchanging rather slicker scores soon afterward. Radwan's score went unconverted, as the goal kicker, Brett Connon, took such an age to go through his routine that he allowed a posse of Gloucester players to race up and charge his effort down. Adam Hastings was more clinical for Gloucester, converting one and clipping over a penalty to have his side 15-8 in front by the time the first half-hour was up. Ludlow extended that lead with a try soon afterward. It was a worrying situation for the Falcons, as what was left of the wind should have been helping them in that period, and they could hardly have relished the prospect of playing into it in the second half. They were still 12 points behind at the break, a deficit that largely measured their own failure to look after the ball at key moments. Gloucester really should have extended their lead early in the second half, but even with that wind behind him, Hastings managed to pull a penalty wide from almost directly in front of the post. His error was a decent motif for the match as a whole, and it probably did nothing as far as strengthening his case for a Scotland recall was concerned either. Perhaps the incident emboldened Newcastle, for they swept upfield, won a scrum penalty near the Gloucester line and carved out a lovely try with their best move of the game when Brett Connon threw a looping pass for Mateo Carreras to cut in from his left wing and score. Connon's conversion brought Newcastle back to 15-20, but matching the tit-for-tat pattern of earlier, Ollie Thorley, the Gloucester left wing, weighed in with a try, and a bonus point, for his side a few minutes later to lever the gap open again. And just as had happened before, lame defense by Newcastle played a big part in its creation. A pedant might have said the same when Ress-Zammit set off on his 80-meter gallop, but his try said far more about his genius than any shortcomings in the Falcons' rank. To their credit, Newcastle fought to the last, and their late consolation try by Charlie Maddison, the replacement hooker, was no more than they deserved. Newcastle Falcons. Tries Radwan, Carreras, Maddison. Cons Connon, Haydon-Ward. Pens Connon. Gloucester. Tries Ackerman, Carreras, Ludlow, Thorley, Reese-Zammit. Cons Hastings, Evan. Pens Hastings. Newcastle Falcons M Brown, A Radwan, M Orlando, P Leacock, M Carreras, B Connon, S Stewart, A Brocklebank, G McGuigan, M Tampin, G Peterson, S Robinson, P van der Walt, W Welch, C Chick. Gloucester L Evans, S Carreras, C Harris, B 12 Trees, O Thorley, Hastings, C Chapman, V Rapava Ruskin, J Singleton, F Balma, E Slater, F Clark, J Reed, L Ludlow, R Ackerman.